Hello Philippines and hello world. Welcome to the Bizz Talk.
The Bizz Talk. I am Clint Abaw.
And I am Eliza Jesus Alienas, your host for today.
Hello again, students from Class MNO3 of Liceo de Cagayan University, and to our lovely professor, Ma'am Rosalita Arabes. Welcome back to the show.
Alright, sit back and relax because this afternoon we will be talking about strategy formulation and business level strategic action. Experience the fun in learning only here at the Bizz Talk.
Yes, you're right, Eliza. So without further ado, please help me welcome once again our business experts from Liceo de Cagayan University.
Hello, we are very glad to be back here with you guys.
We are so glad to have you here with us today.
We are excited once again to share our knowledge with you guys about business.
That's good to hear. Okay, so let's begin. What do we need to know about strategy formulation and business level strategic action? I know that this strategic development is a process. Where does this begin?
Okay, so strategic development is the process of researching and identifying strategic options. And then the executive and managers make a choice by selecting if which of these alternative is the most promising or one that is more likely to achieve the objectives. So the process basically starts with analysis of the internal and external environment. All the data and information gathered will be discussed and will undergo through the brainstorming of ideas and opinions until such time that the chosen strategy will be finalized.
How about the business level strategy? Can you tell us more about it?
So let us talk about the business level strategy. It is the process of deciding if what industry to compete and the kind of product and market segment that will be most attractive to the firm. So most importantly, firms need a manpower base that it is responsible for the implementation of this strategic action, as this will help to mold the success of the business. The corporate managers must have the vision for success and progress, and they need to have the expertise in different areas such as planning, organizing, directing, and controlling both materials and human resources of the company.
I believe that strategy competitiveness is achieved when the firm is able to satisfy the needs and wants of the customer with the use of its competencies. Can anyone explain this further? And how is it important to identify the customers?
We all know that customers are a vital component in the development process of new strategies. The firms in this case must be flexible enough to adapt and constantly seek to look for new competitive spaces for them to able to serve new customers, as well as continuously improve their services to existing customers. It is the process of dividing customers into groups based on common characteristics so companies can market to each group effectively and appropriately. Next is the industry and commercial consumers. While industrial refers to any business dealing with manufacturing goods, commercial refers to any business done with sole motive of gaining a profit.
Next, we have the customer's needs and wants. We also have different strategies to satisfy customers' needs. Everyone has had the experience of being a customer. As a customer, we have requirements and expectations. How about you? How was your experience being a customer? What are your thoughts on the prospect of being a customer? The golden rule of every business person is this: put yourself in your customer's place, according to Orson Swett Marden. If you're running a business and everything about your customer becomes your business, this will include their feelings, emotions, and understanding what every customer's needs and wants. We will look at the difference between customers' needs and wants and why understanding them or not could be the reason for the success or failure of a company. Customer satisfaction is limitless, and the company must always seek to satisfy customers' needs and wants. When it comes to customer satisfaction, it is the responsibility of the business to provide customers with what they want as often as possible, rather than focusing solely on whether or not they require the service in the first place. You must understand your customers' needs, listen to their feedback, set realistic expectation, pay attention to your competitors, be consistent in communicating with your customers, take user experience as a priority. Foster loyalty through proactive customers relation. Always remember, customer satisfaction is crucial to the success of your business. No matter how innovative your product or competitive your pricing, if your customers are ultimately unhappy, they are not going to stick around.
We have this concept called customer relation management. What about this?
Customer relation management superior value is the key to effective customer relations as it strengthens the binding attachment, building customer loyalty. Selecting the type of the customer according to their needs and wants is a challenge to the firm. Customer relation management is a combination of practice, strategies, and technologies that companies use to manage and analyze customer interaction and data throughout the customer's life cycle. The goal is to improve customer service relationship and assist in customer retention and drive sales growth. That's all for customer relation management.
That was explained very well, right, Eliza?
Yes, Abaw. Now there are different types of business level strategy. These are the cost leadership strategy, the product differentiation strategy, and the segmented focus strategy. Can you tell us about this?
There are different types of business level strategies. Strategies are essential in making the business stand out in its industry. Whatever its type, the main goal of any strategy is to have a sustain over its competitors. And some of the secrets of attaining a sustained advantage includes keeping the cost down, focusing on customer value, keeping the employees happy and contented, and maintaining simple operations. Keeping the cost down will make the price of a product or service competitive in the industry. Consumers wanted to save as much as possible. Most are searching for a cheaper price, though it still depends on the quality. It is still advisable for a business to have reasonable prices. Next is the customer value. Customer value equates to customer satisfaction. People wanted to feel that they are important. Whatever the cost of their purchase, it is vital that they feel prioritized and sanitized. Third is keeping the employees happy and contented. Manpower is crucial in every business. By keeping the internal communication healthy and open, it invites a harmonious and efficient workplace. And lastly is to maintain simple operations. Simple operations standardize their process, thus improve their output.
This cost leadership strategy focuses on how the company must create goods of acceptable quality and match to a specific group of customers. So at a cost that is much lower or competitive than that other companies manufacturing the same product. So to target the narrow market, the competitors must to compete on price instead to charges the low cost in comparison to other companies in the target market. So many large firms such as Nestle, Jollibee, McDo, and Cebu Pacific Airlines that are used in cost leadership as a strategic marketing priority.
The effective management and control of primary activities. So first, we have production efficiency and the material management system. These are the efficiency that has something to do with purchasing and delivering of products to the warehouse or even the inventory control system. So what is inventory control system? It is the system that compresses all aspects of managing. That includes inventories, purchasing, shipping, receiving, tracking, storage, even returns and reordering. That is why companies develop a strategy that helps them with the efficiency of delivering a product. For example, when you order something online and you want the delivery to be more efficient and quick, there are options like that, but you have to add an additional charge. Second, we have manpower efficiency and cost control. So This is the different factors that includes salaries, wages, benefits of the companies and the employees. That is why companies has a fixed salary and fixed cost that includes the rental. This includes rental payments, taxes, salaries, insurance, depreciation, interest expenses, and utilities. So that's why research activities creates product differentiate into costs. So third, we have effective delivery of products and service. So some firms use delivery for products that is direct to the customers. Depends on the products. In the of the customer's products like milk, coffee, and other products that is consumable within a day. Fourth, we have use a reliable middleman or distributors. Sun Miguel Corporation use deliver product to retail stores, develop strategy which they deliver the product to the distributors, where the distributors are the one will distribute the products to the retail stores. They also are the one who is in charge for the maintenance of their equipment and the salaries of drivers and manpowers, which help the create cost reductions. It is also implemented to the other corporate company. Last, we have effective management of finance. The corporations are making an agreements with the distributors that will assure of their payments as the distributor required to make bond guarantees.
Cost strategies is strategic management of support activities. So there are different types in it. First is strategic outsourcing of material, the practice of getting certain job functions done outside a corporation. The process of outsourcing business functions is additionally called contracting out. Next is cooperative supplier relationships. Effective outsourcing can be developed with the company's partner technology company and at least 2 suppliers. Companies can't rely on only one material input supplier because they can take advantage of the company's dependence on them. Next is long-term relationship with suppliers. This may create a more streamlined, effective supply chain that would have a positive impact on both cost and customer service. Another one is just-in-time delivery that helps facilitate speedier order fulfillment with particular applications in raw materials orders and manufacturing. And the last is development of alternative substitute, patent as a product substitute, in which case it may be difficult for competitors to enter.
What are the risks associated with the cost leadership strategy?
The risk associated with the cost leadership strategy is keen. Establishing innovative competitive advantage at the lower cost along the long-run operation imposes severe burdens on the firms to keep up its position in the industry. The firm must keep on guard on the following. First, the obsolescence of machinery and equipment in the production of goods. Keep using machineries and equipments in the highest level of usage to reduce the cost may result the firm's competitors to introduce new technology. Second, distribution strategy and dealers relations. The cost of product distribution must be given an importance as another factor that must be looked into as competitive advantage in cost leadership strategy. Third, product differentiation, improvement, and features. Producing the same production all over again to reduce costs is a burden to improve the business. The customer wants new features and innovative production. Producing different products and innovative features while reducing costs is a vanguard of customer satisfaction. It leads the business into penetration in the industrial market. Fourth, the presence of imitation. Establishing a patent and innovating the imitation product in the market at the lower cost is a strategic competitive advantage.
Alright, we are halfway through the show and we already learned a lot about strategy formulation. When we get back, product differentiation and segmented focus strategy will be discussed right after this short break.
Akin na ba? Akin na ba? Akin 15 na ba? 15 na! Shopee! 15! Sa Shopee! Tara mag-Shopee! Shopee Payday sa 15! Shopee Payday sa 15! Shopee Payday sa 15! Sulit ang sweldo kada 15! Shopee Payday Sale! Shop na! Shopee!
The Bizz Doc.
So we're back. We already talked about strategy formulation and the first type of business strategy, which is the cost leadership strategy. So it's time to move on to the second one. And what about the product differentiation strategy?
Before I get to explain this specific strategy, I'd like to explain first what a product differentiation is. So when we say product differentiation, it is what makes a product or a service unique in a way that it stands out to its target market or the customers. Now, when we say product differentiation strategy, it is an approach that businesses use to develop a unique product or service that the customers will find better than any other products in the market, or in another way, distinctive from any other products or services offered by the competitors. So this strategy is a way for the businesses to distinguish itself from its competitors. The firm identifies the qualities that make their products or services different among the others. So firms know that there are actually consumers that are willing to pay an additional for the premium product or service that they really like or that is different among the rest, even though they know that these options are much more cheaper or affordable. One example is the American electric vehicle company called Tesla. We all know that Tesla is an electric vehicle. It is environment friendly, high-tech, it can self-drive, it can be customized, and it has a beautiful design. Of course, it comes with a much higher price. But despite the cost, consumers are still willing to spend more for this particular type of product because they know that this is different among the others and that it offers features that other car companies do not offer, which then add values to the product that they are purchasing. So the challenge for the firms in this strategy is that they should be able to understand more the wants of the customers, at the same time understand and know what price are they willing to pay for a specific product or service. So the product differentiation strategy is a continuous process of research and innovation to further develop customer value. So basically, the goal of this strategy is to stand out and be different as many aspects as possible from their competitors to avoid immediate imitation.
So in addition to that, there are external environmental factors that affect differentiations. So number one is the competitor's presence in the market. So when it comes to business, dagan jud kayo tagkakubitan siya. And yes, ang customer is loyal na sila if imong baligya is mas better sa uban, and you as a businessman, you should provide a product na sulit and the best sa customer. So the second is the power of customer to exert pressure. So customers are the king and queen in the market, so having a unique product can reduce the customer's sensitivity of the price as long as it is worth the price. So the example of this is the Coke and Pepsi, diba? Sa una dagan kayo competitors ang Coke o Pepsi. Dagan kay mga soft drinks nga nagawa sa una, pero unsa man ang stay until now, di ba? Ang Coke, Pepsi, kay naa sila ang unique taste and they dominate the industry worldwide. So the third is the supplier influence and quality of materials. So continuous supply of quality inputs in the production of goods can assure the delivery of differentiated products to the customers. So the lastly is the Limitation and product substitute. Limitation and product substitute. So when you say imitation, it means is gigaya nila ang isa kabutang like sa products. Example of this is cell phones. Dagan kayo imitation sa cellphone like iPhone, dagan jud kayo makita ni mga imitation. Pero we as a customer makita jud ma-distinguish gid nato ang ilang difference like sa camera, sa quality sa camera, sa physical appearance sa cellphone. And lastly is substitute. So if ang isa ka brand is wala sila nakaproduce atong isa ka product kay out of supply or out of stock, as na ay uban brands na they are offering a differentiated products.
What could be the risk involved in this strategy?
The risks involved in this strategy are first, limitation of assumption, second, problem in analyzing environment, third, unrealistic mission and objectives, fourth, problem of setting target, fifth, lack of commitment of lower level, sixth, problem of resistance, seven, more theoretical in nature, 8. Problem of international politics, and lastly, problem of traditional management.
So we're down to the last one. What is the segmented focus strategy and what are the risks?
Focus market segmentation. It is a technique that split the market into pieces, and the risk is first, out-focus. A focusing firm may be out-focused by its competitors, meaning if a firm was able to do the same thing. Next is competition. A large competitor may decide that the market segment served by the focus strategy firm is attractive and worthy of competitive pursuit. Last is changing preferences. Customer preference in the niche market may change to more closely resemble those of the broader market.
There are some firms that integrate about cost leadership and differentiation strategy. How does this contribute to the success of the company?
The company must be flexible in order to adopt those changes in the environment. So whatever changes, you need to be careful to analyze and evaluate if it is helpful in your operation. And lastly, you also consider the changes in the needs and wants of your customers. The second one is learn new skills and technology more quickly. So it is essential that you do not just stay or implement a strategy or skill during the beginning of your operation, because it will gradually change the course of operation in the business industry. So you must develop new ideas, skills, or abilities in order to cope up your business, and so on. You have a competitive edge of your competitors and to make your operation more productive. The third one is greater leverage against competition in core competencies. So leverage in strategic business term means enhancing the firm resources and capabilities to increase its competitive advantage, to provide superior value of the customer and achieve extraordinary profit.
The cost leadership strategy and differentiation use a variety of flexible operating system to be competitive in the market. Modern information technology have helped make flexible infrastructure system possible. This system increase the flexibility of human resources, the physical asset, and information resources that enable the firm to create differentiate product at the lower cost. The firm that uses the flexible manufacturing system or FMS develop greater competitive advantage as it reduces material handling and establish greater flow of material sources in the production line without much human intervention.
Network linkages and informational system. So when we say we have a connection, we mean that one entity is cooperating with another under the terms of legal contract. So partnership and mergers are one of the examples of this. So linkages allow the organization to stay abreast of the new developments in relevant sectors, while also providing access to a wide range of current information sources within each of the organizational job areas. So, information system is an integrated of components for collecting, storing, and processing data and providing information. So, information systems are used to run inter-organizational supply chains and electronic markets. Fine as the organization is working with other organizations without any formal contracts, while a linkage, it is defined as the organization is working with another organizations with the formal contract. So, as what I've said earlier, this can be partnerships or mergers. So for me, the level of commitment required by the parties in linking and networking is varied. But however, the tie between partners is something that is loose in a linking model than a networking model. So the difference is often due to the organizations in each model having common goals and beneficiaries.
Thank you for that information, experts. This afternoon was full of lessons and learning insights.
Indeed, Abel. So I learned why corporate managers identify their customers in the environment. So as well as identifying their needs and wants, it is very important to know these things so that the business will know how to satisfy their customers.
Yes, and after having this information, companies should then develop strategies for total customer satisfaction and patronage. I was also able to understand the importance of developing different strategies and how this contributes to the success of the firm.
Alright, so that ends our discussion for today's episode. Thank you so much to our guests. Thank you for sharing your time and thank you for sharing your knowledge. I am very sure that the viewers learned a lot from you guys. So thank you so much.
Join us next week for another episode. Experience the fun and learning on here in the Bizz Talk. I am Clint Abaw.
And I am Eliza Jesusa Cornelius Llenas, your host for today. Thank you so much for watching.